So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with a very special The Hunter Call of the Wild video. So last night I decided that I wanted to come out to Medved and try and get another Great One Moose. This was actually inspired by Flinter because on his stream last night he actually managed to complete the Music to My Ears multi-mount or Music to My Ears multi-mount and put his Great One Moose in a mount with a diamond bobwhite quail. And it looked really awesome, and I decided, you know what, I'd like to make that mount for the new lodge that I've just set up. So I wanted one more Great One Moose to go in that lodge with a diamond quail to make that multi-mount, and I didn't want to take down any of the other great ones that I had in my other lodge. So I thought, okay, let's go to Medved, go to my moose grind, which is already set up, and see if we can get another Great One Moose. And within, I don't know, 3 hours or so, this guy spawned. It can't have been more than about 50 kills. I would say that that's probably a high estimate. My moose grind on Medved is so insane. I shoot 6 bulls per run. That is all. 6 bulls. I thought it was 8, and then last night I actually counted, it is 6. That is all I shoot. In those few hours, I had several diamonds, including 2 max weight diamonds that were 300 plus score, and I just knew that I was back to it. You know, the moose grind was still as good as it had ever been, so I was pretty hopeful that hopefully it wouldn't take too long for a new Great One Moose to show up, but I didn't expect it to happen as quickly as it did. And this particular zone, you may have seen at the very beginning, I was in a tree stand. I hunt this zone from that tree stand because I can't see over the reeds when I arrive at this lake. So showed up to the lake, jumped up in that tree stand and just look over this lake and just immediately see this golden colour fur. And I was like, there's no way there's a great one stood out there. Like, I can't believe how quickly this guy showed up. Now, if you want to know exactly how I do grind for Great One Moose, I will link in the description my video on how I do grind for Great Ones now, so you can go and take a look at that. And I will also link a video in the description that details how I get close to animals like this, as that's a thing that I've received a lot of comments on with some of my shorts and that, you know, people thinking that I'm cheating in order to get this close to animals to take pictures. It's not cheating, it's just using stalking skills and the wind and, you know, really slow approaching to get this close to these animals. And you can get really close and get some really amazing looks at these animals, which is my favourite thing to do. So I'll link those 2 videos in the description if you'd like to see either of those. But yeah, I just can't believe it. And it was purely because, like I said, hanging out in Flinter's stream and he got that beautiful diamond quail on stream and then made the Music to My Ears multi-mount with his Fabled Oak Great One Moose that he got also on stream about a week or so ago. And it just reminded me how cool that mount actually can be and how cool it can look with something like a Great One and a diamond quail. And I was like, yeah, that would fit perfectly in the new lodge that I'm making, which is mainly small game focused because it is a Spring Creek Manor lodge, but it does have some, you know, really large or extra large platforms. And so a Great One Moose with a diamond quail, it would just accentuate that quail, it would make it so much cooler. And like I said, I didn't want to move any of the great ones that were in my other lodge because I see that lodge as pretty much complete. So it was just a factor of being inspired, which is, you know, that's something that's really cool to me. Just having that inspiration to, yeah, I'd like to make that multi-mount, let's go and see if we can do it, and we already have half of it. The diamond quail, I suspect, is going to be much harder to actually get, because diamond bobwhite quail are really rare. So that might take a while, but how perfect is this? I see this moose as like a living tree. Those antlers look like tree branches. It's the Fabled Oak fur type. This guy is like a living oak tree. So how cool will it be to have a diamond quail eventually, or, you know, if I ever got really insanely lucky, an albino quail, which if I've ever found an albino quail, I think my brain might explode. But imagine it's going to be perched on the oak tree moose. And as soon as I saw this guy, I was like, that is just perfect. That is literally perfect. This is a brand new combo as well. This is my 3rd Fabled Oak moose, but my 1st Fabled Oak with the spider rack. So it's just absolutely perfect. I couldn't have really wished for a better combo to make that mount. It's perfect to have a quail sitting on a living oak tree of a moose. To me, that's just perfect. And also, what is just perfect is the fact that this guy went aggressive. This is my favourite thing about the moose, is that they do go aggressive and you get to see stuff like this. How freaking cool is that? What an animal. I mean, just wow. My heart was messing around and beating so fast and so hard, like, just getting close to this guy. It happens every time I see that 10 Fabled and I'm like, there's no way. Like, it never gets old for me. It never gets old. And, you know, the moose are my favourite great one. I just love them. I think they're so amazing and their designs are incredible. And getting to have this kind of encounter as someone who loves to, you know, film and photograph these animals up close, literally just perfection for me. Like, as soon as I saw he went aggressive, I was like, that is amazing. That is the coolest thing. And he's not, you know, doing that because he doesn't notice me, as, you know, I had a comment about that. He's doing that because he's aggressive. You will have seen the animal state. He was aggressive. He wanted to take me down. So that's just, to me, that's such a cool thing. And I'm so glad that the moose can do that. But now it is time to take this absolutely beautiful creature down. And we're going to just use the 300 this time, and we're just going to go for a nice, clean broadside shot behind the shoulder, going for the lungs. And you can see he's dropping health very, very quickly, so I knew that we must have got a vital hit. But my heart was still absolutely pounding. Every time I have to go and take that shot on one of these incredible animals, like, it just, the adrenaline spike. I literally started hyperventilating a little bit because it gets me so anxious. Like, I don't want to mess it up. I want to do the animal justice. I want to do the moment justice and get everything right. And it's just such a huge, huge thing for me, is getting that right. And I mean, look at this guy's eyes. Look at that. It's just so beautiful. I mean, what a gorgeous creature. Absolutely stunning. And picking him up, we hear the music. He's a 189.35 scoring Grade 1 moose. I couldn't be happier. Like, I couldn't be happy. That's just, I don't know what to say. Absolutely insane. My moose grind is wild. Like, it is just wild. I was pretty confident it wouldn't take too long to get a Great One if I kept at it, because, you know, my grind has been so good since I got it to the stage that it's at now. But I wasn't expecting it to happen literally within a few hours. I was expecting a few days, maybe a week, something like that, not a few hours. I just don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. It's literally the best grind I have, and also something ran me over there while we're in the harvest screen. But yeah, my moose grind, for me, is the grind I have perfected, which it's taken a long time. You know, if you saw my very first Great One moose, which actually happened to be a Fabled Oak, that one took nearly 8,000 kills. And that was without any herd management or anything. And then over the subsequent moose, as time's gone on, I've refined and refined and refined this grind, because that's, you know, herd management just is the thing now. I don't necessarily like it, but it is the way to get great ones, and there's no point shooting myself in the foot by constantly shooting the really small ones that show up. So I just let the small ones accumulate over time, didn't do anything fancy, just, oh, a level 2 or a level 1, don't shoot it. And just kept shooting just the biggest ones until I literally only have 6 balls left that are worth shooting, and they just produce diamond after diamond, and then great ones as well, which, it's just nuts. Like, it's just nuts. This, like I said, is my best grind. It's the grind that I have literally worked on the hardest. It's the one that, for me, has been the most rewarding over time, and I just couldn't be happier. I'm so thrilled. And I hope it translates through this video, because, like, I had to record. This happened at, like, I don't know, 3 a.m. last night, or 2 a.m. last night, something like that. So I obviously recorded all this footage, but I couldn't record audio because everyone in the house was asleep. So I had to wait until, you know, today to actually be able to record it during the day. And it's still, like, looking at him, it reminds me of like how my heart was thumping in my chest. That moment where you take the shot, I'm always like, oh my god, did I spine it? Did I do something wrong? Is it not going to penetrate? You know, what could go wrong? And that's all going through my head in that moment. And then you pick him up, you hear the music, you see the medal, and you know everything's gone right. And it's just the biggest relief to get an amazing animal like this. I mean, he is just incredible. And like I said, what a perfect moose to make that future multi-mount, which I'm going to go and now look for diamond quail. That's going to be something that's going to be happening, and you'll probably see results of on the channel. You know, what we find will end up in videos. So hopefully we'll get a diamond or a rare quail, and we'll be able to make that mount, and it's going to hopefully be really, really cool for the small game lodge. I'm just so happy. But yeah, that is going to be it for this one. I really hope you have enjoyed it. I am just so excited to share this. I'm so terrible. As soon as one of these guys shows up, I just want to talk about it, because I get so excited and I just want to share and be like, guys, it's happened. Look at this guy. He's so beautiful. And so I'm really, really excited to share this. But thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.